Hello, so in this module, we are going to understand a very famous law in the network analysis. That law was derived by a German scientist, Mr. Kirchoff, and therefore it is called as Kirchoff's law. So there are two laws of Kirchoff's. So the first is called as Kirchoff current law and the second is called as Kirchoff's voltage law. So in this module we are going to focus and learn about the Kirchoff's current law. In short, it is often described as KCL. So imagine you have a network as shown or a circuit as shown. So there are currents I1, I2, I3 and I4 and they have their specified direction. This point, the dark black point, is called as node or junction. Node or junction in a network. So the first law, that is the KCL, states that the algebraic sum of the currents entering into this node is equal to the sum of the currents exiting the same node. I repeat, the first law KCL says that the sum of the currents entering a specific node is equal to the sum of the currents leaving that node. So we can see that the currents that are trying to enter this node are I2 and I3. You can see that I3 coming forward and I2 is also coming this way. So we can write I2 plus I3, that is the sum of these two currents, is equal to the sum of the currents exiting or leaving the same node or junction. So what currents are leaving this node? Through this resistor the current I1 is flowing, and through this voltage source the current I4 is flowing, and the direction of I1 and I4 is shown away from this junction. So we can say that it is equal to I1 plus I4. So that's your first law, that is KCL. In other words, we can say that in a network or a circuit as shown, the algebraic sum of all the currents is equal to 0. That is the second statement. So focus on this equation. I2 plus I3 equals to I1 plus I4, and the statement I made is that in a network or a circuit of conductors, the algebraic sum of all the currents is equal to 0. It means the same equation I can write as I2 plus I3, these are the positive currents, minus I1 minus I4 is equal to 0. So I am just taking the I1 and I4 before the equal sign and I am getting this equation right here. So that's how you can understand the first law, which is called as Kirchoff current law, KCL. This law is applicable in linear circuit as well as non-linear circuit.